Quality. 5 minutes. That's the way we like it, isn't it? 5 minutes fishing.
Huh? Go Clinton.
Pleased with that, first ever zander.
How do you zoom in?
Don't worry about that, I'm sure it's close enough. Excellent. Stand back. Well pleased with that. Well, I've just leapfrogged up the canal after that last spot went quiet, and I've just had another run. Fortunately, I think I hit it a little bit early as it's come off again. Well, not come off, it wasn't there. So I'm going to leave the rungs to develop a bit. That's the spot I've just had a rung from. Can't quite see it very clearly on the camera, but there's a little inlet in the snags there. And there's a big old zander or pike lurking in there. Let's hope he'll come back. Right, let's have a look at rigs. As you'd expect, it's simply adapted carp gear because we're predominantly carpers. We've got a wire trace, 2 trebles on. The second treble is obviously free flowing and adjustable for the size of your bait. It then goes on to a quick link, and we've got the buffer bead from a Fox rung rig kit. A rung rig meaning basically you adapt your lead to a slightly bigger loop so it runs nice and freely, and we just fish that with a dead bait on the bite alarm. Bait rung are very loose so you get a good run, and that's as easy as it gets. If you fancy adapting your carp gear and having a go at piking this year, I'd recommend it. It's good fun in the cold. So there you go. Well, I've not long lost a nice pike. I've also lost a small zander from this spot and had 2 more rungs with nothing on, so persisting in this spot for a little while. The initial plan would have been leapfrogging up the canal, trying to cover a bit of water, but we've been getting some success here. Dean's just lost a smaller pike as well, so fingers crossed. Live action, Dino's in. What's going on with these rods? Still something on, I think. Been with it. It's not moving, is it? Look at this for a while. It's a new PB for Dean. He's well chuffed with that one.
That's the bait, mate. The set of hooks going in that.
It's going to be a pound at least.
I've got that already.
All the action's been coming to this right hand rod. Even a few spots down, they're all coming to this right hand rod. Same bait, same line, same hooks, same everything. It's a funny old game fishing. Right, we're on to move number 4 now. Similar area, we'll come back to where the cover is. It's where we've had most of our rungs. I've had about 8 rungs now. Caught 1 zander, lost a decent pike, and lost a small zander. And we've had it pretty much from the cover, but just where the marginal shelf drops off into the deeper water. So we'll come back for the last few hours to try and nick a few more. Right, that Turned out to be a bit of a frustrating session, but a good learning curve. As you saw, I had a zander, small zander. I lost a decent pike, which I was quite gutted about. Had it on for about 2 minutes, the hook's pulled. That's the way it goes. Dean lost a slightly smaller pike as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of that on film because we were just concentrating on catching the fish, and we were going to do a catch shot after, so... Oh dear. So, in the morning up until about 12 o'clock, I had about 8 runs. Couldn't connect with about 5. Caught the one zander. Lost a zander that I saw shake the hooks in the water. And lost a good pike. Dean had a couple of runs. Lost his pike. Caught a little jack a bit later on a spinner, which you saw. Just frustration, really. So between us, about 12 runs up till 12 o'clock. And then from 12 till 5 o'clock, not a single run, not a bleep. Could not buy a bite. No idea why. Weren't doing anything differently. Leapfrogged up and down the canal looking for different spots. No good, but I think what we have learnt from the session is smaller baits. Definitely, I think some of the runs that I missed could have been smaller zander that hadn't taken the bait properly because of the size of it, so going to get some very small roach for next time. And fingers crossed, it could have been a different story. Could have been holding up a nice big pike, but it's the way it goes. It's still an enjoyable session. Still out there fishing. Better than going to work. Tight lines.